It's Tuesday night. Yes, it is stream time. And if I can just get rid of this bloody thing off my screen. There we go. Here we are. It's Tuesday night. Welcome in, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Bandit, yes, I do like the music. I find myself sitting here dancing to the music just while we wait for the final numbers to come up. But anyway, so tonight we've got the looking at how everyone feels about the arc so far as we finally entered the final week. Woohoo! To be honest, I don't think this arc could come to an end any faster. I think the biggest thing for me is going from Ops 42 to Ops 44 inside 2 weeks. So that's a big bonus for me this month. And yeah, everything else has just been like, okay, really. But we'll also look at the event store as well and get your opinion, and I'll give you my opinion of what I think is good, what's not in the event store as well. And we'll also take a look at the Apex store. See, the fact that Scopely decided they're going to leave it up all week, it's going to give us a chance to actually have a look at it. Evening, Hugo. Welcome to the stream, mate. So, I'm going to get rid of this black mess behind me, and we're going to put the game there. So, let's get cracking, shall we? So, as per usual, we also will see where the conversation will take us, because we know that conversation is always going to take us somewhere, and for some reason my stand does not want to seem to work properly at the minute, so that's going to be a good one. Hi Kevin, welcome to the stream, mate. How's the weather over there in the good old US of A? Now, I will just state that as well, I've been noticing a few copyright claims have been cropping up against my live streams. Turns out that the, gaming music for YouTube and Twitch, copyright free. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube's thingamajigger at the minute, but it's issuing copyright claims. Thankfully, it's not actually doing any damage to my channel. It's not going to do anything else. Hi Lucid, yes, we're going to talk about that as well, because when Rev mentioned that today on his video, I thought, well, gee, what a shocker. But Eco was so genuine on Rev's live stream when he asked the people. If I remember correctly, it was the Twitch stream where he was doing the Battle Pass giveaways, and Eco was so genuine about he wanted to see what people thought and what we wanted to see added to the event store. And Scopely, in their infinite wisdom, and to be perfect right, it comes down to pretty much one person. That's the Arc Runner. Yes, in my opinion, the way I see this is coming down to the Arc Runner. How much communication have we actually seen this month? Not an awful lot. Even Rev's admitted that this month has not really been very big. But we'll have to wait and see what happens in this final week. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. He has bosses that won't budge. Unfortunately, we have the same here in the UK. I usually call them... Yeah. But, hey-ho. I'm not big on a lot of bosses who don't actually listen to their staff and don't actually genuinely care. And especially gaming company bosses who care more for a bit of moolah over actually what their players want to see in the game. So for me, yeah, exactly, Scope. Be honest, who would have thought? I know. But I thought it was absolutely brilliant of Eco to actually say, no, I actually want players to tell me what you want. But, yeah. So, obviously, we will go through the event store. Not the greatest of art, but not the worst. Yeah. TNG Part 5, I think, was the worst I've seen so far. Is there another month of art coming, or is 2? That's it, we're done. Legacy's done. Next Tuesday, we're going to be in between arcs, so I'm expecting 2-week break. Yeah. Oh, hello. Play zone intro. Okay, that's a new one. But yeah, so I'm expecting a 2-week break. What we're going to see during that 2 weeks... Hi, JT. Yes, I agree. It's definitely lacking. And Hugh is the only good one. And obviously, he's definitely going to be on top of my list. And I do have the assimilated stellar skin as an idea as well. But we'll touch on that just shortly. If you have 2 weeks, then we'll make the mini bog. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling the mini bog will be coming back in, because that's when they usually do bring it in. But the last couple of months, obviously, we've only seen a single week. And give or take, we have 4 periods in the year where we have 5-week months. So it makes logical sense that this time round will be the 2-week break. But hey, that could change. That could change. Anything could happen with Scopely. You never know. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's not exactly been the best arc. I mean, the events have been rather repetitive. I mean, I've actually been keeping, like I said, I've been keeping full track of everything. And it's like we've got this battleship combat training today. It's the 3rd run of it. We've had the Interceptor 3 runs already. Explorer will be coming tomorrow. The cases for Dixon Hill event last week, I thought that was actually added a little bit more spice to the month, but again, yeah. Oh shoot! I've not got my mission key. Oh no. Yeah, there was too many Armada events as well. They seem to have brought that back around again. I don't know why, but in their infinite wisdom, they decided that apparently we wanted to actually waste money and everything on more Armadas. We have killed Eclipse hostiles more than I would like. Yeah, I mean, I'm not too fussy with that, because it obviously gives me those security keys. So killing the rogue hostiles a little bit more frequently has been nice. But then again, I've got to admit, it's still not that bad, because I'm still struggling to keep getting a decent whack that's going to last me a week without having to send the Stella out again. But yeah, so we have been killing them a little bit more often. We've had Dominion Conqueror as well. The Blast from the Past events, the Worf and Riker ones. Obviously, Worf is just basically the hostile hunt. Everyone in 3 systems isn't fun. No, it's not fun. I will admit that one. I usually tend to find that my best time on my server to go out is usually somewhere around about after 10 PM. That's where we go. I'd like the hostile event. Yeah, been killing Jem'Hadar to boost. Yeah, exactly. Using the Jem'Hadar, we did, like I said, we did have that Dominion Conqueror. Literally 1 level 51 and I'm done. But hey ho, I like events like that. It can be done quickly. But then I start complaining I'm bored. Can't win, can I? In fact, nobody could win against me, because I'll say, oh yeah, nice quick event. I'm bored. But then again, I mean, I won't be surprised if a lot of you guys have also been actually quite bored this month. So I think I did hear one player say that he was bored, but each to their own, I guess. Yeah, and trivia stuff's a good one as well. We've got another 2-day event starting tomorrow, event change, so watch out for that one as well. Obviously, the nice little information that was given about Picard, and we'll go through that again tonight, just in case those of you haven't actually done it yet and haven't got the answers. But we can go through it and have a little look. And there's actually one little thing that I found wrong with Star Trek Picard Season 2 in comparison to the Next Generation in regards to Picard's mother. Because in the Next Generation, I think level 60s are by Star... if it was... Did someone said this arc needs more Armadas? No. We don't want more Armadas. We don't want more. So, we definitely don't want more. So, yes, we've got the SLB coming tomorrow as well. I'm preparing a few epics for that one. So, I just need to run out and actually do the uncommons and rares, because I've not actually been keeping on top of them. I've been struggling to actually keep up with my days at the minute, and yeah. I've fallen behind in places, and then it's like this morning I noticed I still had 2 Mantis beacons in my hold. I thought, oh, I never did my mantis before I deployed my miner out to token space in Dominion territory to mine crystal. Okay, so max cargo out there. Yeah, I won't going to do mantis, but I've literally just banged it out before the stream tonight, along with pretty much any other combat daily that I needed to do. So now they're all done. So let's check out the events that we've got today. So obviously the Great Picard, we will look into that. Master Survey, I literally got in this song free use. Yes, it is copyright free. Supposed to be copyright free, but for some reason YouTube YouTube keeps slapping copyright claims on in the last couple of streams. So it is rather annoying. Ooh, are we? Yeah, there's no way in hell that we're going to make that 250. So, yeah. Oh. So remember, if you don't know where to go for them, you need to go over to the web store to get them. I hate the syndicate with assimilated officers, as they're really no good. Let's have a quick look at that one. Yes, they are crap. But the one thing is as well, with this, all I need is that bottom one, and I've unlocked the Borg Queen. And I finally got the whole set of this assimilate crew. Not that I'm actually ever going to use it, because I don't even use them for Borg solo armadas. Because to be perfectly honest, I put them on a ship once and they were absolutely shite. Absolutely shite. But yeah. But thanks JT. But obviously I've still got to get that first milestone. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow. But I'm a little bit behind on my syndicate pulls from the Mantis refinery. Because obviously I did the Mantis this evening. So battleship training, still got to come around to do that. Got 2 levels to do. Hey, I'll probably finish that off tomorrow. Titan. This thing's come around as well quite a few times. And how many players have been able to enter that? Not really. Yeah. Wish Odo, Picard, Beverly. Obviously, yeah. Odo would definitely be a good one because he's an officer that could do with some sourcing. I don't understand that event. Why is it so tough to collect get Alliance to collect the 3 shards daily? Been collecting for months and it adds up over time. So, hi Dave, welcome to the stream, mate. I'm doing alright, thank you, mate. Just had to journey across country today. So, luckily, the local train service, TransPennine, did not cancel any train services on us today. Well, actually, I think they cancelled certain services, but my services, luckily, were running. So, that's a bonus for me. But, Kevin, in answer to your statement, the problem is a lot of players still don't know about this web store because they don't follow content creators. So obviously, as much as we're spouting it out about go to the web store, and I'll just throwing that in as well. I will apologise, there's been a lack of videos lately. Really struggling to get the ideas at the minute. But it's a case of they're not understanding that they need to go to the web store to do this. And as much as you can tell them that this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do, some of them just generally don't seem to understand. I don't know what it is, but that's just the way it is. I mean, a lot of alliances. I mean, hey Lucian, maybe across on the US servers. I mean, I don't know how the US servers work and how it's geographically linked and everything with North and South and everything. But obviously here across in the EU, with multiple different languages and everything, sometimes communication is not as easy to... Certain things don't translate very well into other languages. So it's like I could say something to somebody in, I don't know, somebody who understands, who can actually speak English, but they're actually from France. And I could say something, I don't know, something ridiculous, but like fish and chips, something like that. And this is just an example. And the lucky is why would you put fish and chips together? To eat it. Why else? But It could be literally something that dumb is the reason why they can't understand. So you're trying to explain the web store to them and go there to get your thing. Yes, you did it to do your Scopely ID. Because obviously everybody in the game now needs a Scopely ID. But, evening Mark, it is difficult to get around. But then as well, you've also got those who do not talk in chat, do not actually interact with the Alliance in any way, shape or form. They do your alliances have their... Yes, we have our own Discord. We have about 112 members on it. And how many people chat? 12. Literally 12 of us actually talk on it. So, yeah. It's frustrating. For those who want to actually coordinate their alliances more effectively, you've got players in there just basically don't talk, or they watch chat. I mean, I think so far out of my alliance we've got 60 members in our alliance, and out of that I could probably say around about 15 names. Individual names. I bet you don't, Bandit. So, if Scopely wants to push the lower deck board, obviously Scopely needed to push... Yeah. And to be honest with you, Hugo, I actually agree with that. They do need to push Dozark. They do need to push him. Because obviously he's the officer who starts Assimilate. Without him, the other two are just basically a waste of bloody space. Pardon the pun. But... yeah, exactly, JT. And I do remember Rev mentioning that. Apparently their effect is actually very small. So you do need to have them up like a decent level. They're no good at tier 1. They're definitely not tier 1. They're not good out of the box like Picard or Hugh or... yeah, Pike. The original Pike in the game. So they're not exactly great out of the box. They do need to be at least... Queenie, probably a tier 3, and the rest tier 4. The other two, tier 4. It's a terrible side effect. Only with Fleet Command do you get something out of it. Yeah, I think that's probably the way they actually tried to boost it. I've not actually... I don't really, Hugo. I know exactly who you was on about. But with... I've actually totally lost what I was thinking now. Just me to lose what I'm thinking. But yeah, so similarly, I think it's just one of those things that you're either going to use it or you're not. Pretty much like this thing. Yeah, I can't wait to get this, and I'm actually cheating a little bit because I'm actually using an alarm clock for every 22 hours, and so far. Now, I don't know how many free-to-play players are actually in chat, but if we go into ships... Yeah, exactly, JT. They're not that important, to be honest. I've got Spock on. Wow. The number of times I go in and change those selectables... Once. I've done it once. That's it. I'm just not bothered. It gives me what I want. So for the Titan, then for the free-to-play, I'm at 16 so far. Now, if I've actually done my calculations correctly, a lot of free-to-play players will probably be only about 15, unless you are running the actual 22-hour time. So yes, there's a couple of times in the last few days I've got up in the middle of the night just to pull a blueprint. Now, I'm just going to get it for the posterity's sake of the fact that I actually want all the ships in the game. What I'm going to do with it when I get it, well, I don't know. Because there is so many different currencies and it looks complicated to begin with. And I'm sure those of you who already got it, you figured it out, you sussed it out. And it's actually probably quite simple. I mean, I know there are going to be 2 different days for it. One that you do every single day, and then there's going to be one that you do once every 12 days or something like that. But yeah, and then obviously the two different styles of fortification, a 25% bonus to crit damage, And then obviously with the max one, you get the extra added bonus of 250% extra damage or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, but you still need tier 3 just to even activate that one. So I don't know how good she is. I mean, I know she's a crap combat ship, but Scopely seem to make these specialty ships where they are literally crap. I am absolutely dreading them bringing the Sovereign class starship out, because obviously the Sovereign class starship, as we all know from Star Trek First Contact, Insurrection and Nemesis, she is a battleship. So what they're going to do with that one? If they turn it into a support ship with pathetic combat abilities, I think there'll be an outcry. There'll be a massive uproar on that one. Will it help you punch up in solo armadas? Not as a tier 1. In all honesty, I mean, if we go for that, bring this up, like 24%, 25% critical hit damage, and bonuses received on using the Titan A research. But as well, you've got to have that research done. If you don't do that research, all you're going to get is that 25% hit damage, crit damage, which is good. But when the issue with the Fleet Commander is getting that build up to 40. Yeah, it's getting up to 40, but the next thing is also unlocking another bloody another commander. Yeah, unlocking the opposite one to Spock or Kirk. Well, yeah, there you go. They're the two officers. It's a pain in the ass just to get the bloody shards on RNG basis. The Defiant and Titan iconic ships Scopely have devalued with being a support ship. Yeah, they have. They have seriously devalued them. I mean, yeah, in Season 3, the Titan is literally... She's not a combat ship. She's obviously designed for high impulse and to be fast at sublight speeds. But I don't know. But the Defiant, they seriously devalued that one by a massive margin, because that's a fine warship, that thing, and they turned it into a... They turned it into a fly on a windscreen, basically. But that's Scopely for you. So then obviously you get this max fortification, which obviously is locked to the minute. Woohoo! A support ship does not need impulse speed or a fucking cloak. I absolutely agree with that one, Hugo. What does a support ship need with a fucking cloak? Really? You jump it into the system, you support your ship, you jump it out, you recall it straight back to your base. Or to the nearest system. The Defiant is a decent ship in game. It needs bonus versus the Borg Armadas instead of the ISJ. Yeah, exactly. That was another one. And obviously when that was introduced, a lot of us all said, why the jellyfish? Why not the Defiant? But because that bit of research was released before the Defiant was released, putting that research for the Defiant in there already would have had the Defiant coming, or leaving its space would definitely have been subjective to the Defiant coming. So I guess they had to do something, and they've just not bothered to change it. So hopefully they will do something eventually, maybe in about 5 years, where they will actually make the Defiant useful against the Borg Solo Armadas. JT, yes, I agree with that to a certain point, because she is a warship, but she's classified as an escort vessel. Officially, she's an escort vessel. So, but she's armed to the bloody teeth, and she can definitely give an Excelsior class starship a run for its money. Now, there's a support ship for you. The Excelsior class starship. That could have done what this thing does, and you could have probably got away with actually devaluing the Excelsior class starship to a point. I saw a lot of really good performance from the Defiant. Holy moly, one-shot PvP fights against Cardassian PvP crew. Huh? What crews were they using then? One shot in PvP fights in a pylon. Wow. That must be an extremely strong Defiant to do that then. An extremely strong Defiant. Because what does the pylon kick out of dock? It's something like about 12, 13 million, isn't it? Just out of dock. I mean, based on my research alone at current. Ah, right. So yeah, so that's providing you've got it up to your level then. So let's so there's the Defiance and the pill. Oh yeah, so mine's going to kick out just under 10 million. Level 40 Defiant, Captain Kangork and Harrison versus 20 mil. Is Hugo? Is that you are actually on about the strike team, eh? Because that's what my head's going around. Is the strike team on a guard wharf? Ah. Do you think there's more research coming for the Talios in the future? No. Nope, no more research coming for the Talios. What you get is what you get. To be honest, she's not a bad ship, actually. At T6, level 30, unless you're trying to punch way up, you don't have to run Picard, Beverly, Yuri. Eurydice? Am I missing a crew formation here? I've heard Eurydice being bounced around lately, but I'm not quite sure why. Oh, what for? Mine's tier 5, I think. Here she is right now. Oh no, mine's only tier 4 at the minute. I'm taking mine only to tier 5 though. Ouch. Infinity shields. Eh. Okay. Kevin, what's that? What's she fighting? Because that's interesting. And Hugo, I'm not actually killing 80 Borg, but then again, I'm not aiming to fill my cargo bay. Join Armadas. Picard, Beverly, Eurydice. Ooh. Alright then. Okay. I'll buy. Let's shrink me size down a wee bit. So I'm gonna want less damage. Let's take damage while your bigger ships do the damage. Okay. We'll sort below deck out in just a minute. Actually, hang on. I want him back up there on the bridge. So right, now this is going to cause me a problem. Hang on. Let me think. So now we're saying Picard, Beverly, Eurydice on a Defiant. Is that what we're saying? Or is it any ship? Because that will be the key for me here. Defiant. Okay. No. The way to go. Talios, Captain Geordie, combined loot research. Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, we are talking about Defiant Talios. Right, okay. That's fine. Because I was having a debate with one of my alliance members, about a week or so ago, about the fact I won't use the Defiant at the minute because she's not much of a combat ship for me. Yeah, okay, so we've not got any patch. She's only tier 4. So we want... Okay. So let's put Picard in. And then it was Eurydice, want it. Now, where is my... We'll go with name, because we'll be able to find her a bit easier. Oh, she's on an away team assignment. Flip. Ah, bullseye. Don't you need morale on an Enterprise? Yes, you do. Just to keep its shields up, you will need morale. Any ship boys best on Defiant, so I have to a better. Yeah. My Defiant's tier 4. To be honest, Edict boost, I'm not even that bothered about. I'm literally not even that bothered about the Edict boost. Right. So that's a Defiant. Why have I just put that crew on? I want that one, don't I? Yes. Yep, okay, then. Oh dear. No, you don't. Not always. Everyone goes crazy when you don't use Kirk, but as soon as you put that Cerritos buff on the Enterprise, your shields don't drop anyways. Oh, right. Yeah, there is that. There is that, Hugo, if you do use the Cerritos. So right now I need a health officer on here. And an attack officer. An error? Why have I got an error? I don't understand why I'm getting an error. Oh, bloody hell. Discard. I hate it when lovely little things like this happen. Right, so I want that one. And then I want health and attack. No, I think it's actually been repaired now because I don't know which one it is because I know there's one. Absolutely love it for attacking the level 50 ships. Oh, they're not repaired it yet. Yeah, sounds about right. Clear your bridge crew, then save and... Alright, yeah. Right, so... Oh, for God's sake. Blooming thing. Right, so now I want the Kelvin crew. So, right, we'll have to sort that lower deck out in just a minute. Oh, boomer. Didn't want to go back in there. Right, so now I need to go back to the Valdor. Clear the bridge. Just clear the bloody ship altogether. Confirm, yep. Right, so reset. Let's go. Let's try it again. Right, so DDD. And then I'm going to want 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now the... I don't understand why the Valdor won't... Oh, hang on. Of course. That's why I'm getting an error. Right, now let's try it. Doing, 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 doing. Right, there we go. Now we've got it. Titan is very promising alternative to shield recycling. Ripper took a look on that and said that should work. Asked DJ, and DJ asked Eco if the devs would transfer that ability over to the Cerritos. Do you know a good PvP crew for the pylon? Strange as it sounds, Interceptor Strike Team crew. Literally, it's basically just going to come down to who's got the better strike team crew, to be perfectly honest with you. Right. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so... Okay, reputation. Yeah, the strike teams do. Yeah, usually has the better demand. Yeah. So now we're going to send these out. And yes, I take on the level 48 uncommons. Oh my, you have been privileged. You're going to be merged, are you? No, if you've had the merger, if you've had a notification through to say that you're going to be merged soon, then yeah, I'd start preparing for it. But agreed, Kevin, they do not run the events anymore. We didn't run the events. We was all preparing for the events and everything. And then suddenly, just one day, they shut the servers down. Brought them back up an hour later. Job's good. And guess what? 134, 15, I think they were 153, merged. Onto 134. So, it's literally a coin toss which server's going to actually be able to keep. You've been through 2, have you, Darren? Wow. That's bad if you've been through 2 server merges already. That's bad. Right. There we go. Battleship Direct Team fully maxed should be unbeatable when maxed Ortega is stealing you every second round. The battleship gets enough to multiply his shots. At least in theory. Alright, okay. An idea for a future video. How low of a Stella do you need to hit the lowest rare Armada level? What's your M number, Dave? What it's literally going to come down to what's your M number. Nine. You're the low ops level, aren't you? You're a low ops level. Yeah. You will need to bring it up. And actually that will be a good. I'll tell you what, it would help if I actually, you know. Right, so instant build. Right. Right, so let me think, because I'm going to have to think of a crew for this one. Right. Let's do. Sign officers. So. Oh, Stella gives you a straight two officer slot. I think he's on about uranium, Hugo. Seeing people with max straight. Hugo probably has seen Max Cruz. TC clear said no. No, there'll be no more bonuses when TC gets cleared, so which means everyone has to go and fight all over again. Not enough sources in theory. So yeah, so you have to retake territory. Now, who's that behind me? Mara. Let me think. Right, so I need Spock. I can't use him. He's right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now this is just going to be an experimental crew. I'm not even guaranteed it's going to work. Oh, I'm looking for Riker, but yeah, I've sent him out. Well, no, you could still end up being in territory, Kevin. But the one thing is, if there's two bases in the exact same position in both universes, one of them gets moved, and it's usually the joining server. So it's like, I was still in my territory, still had my shield up and everything, and because 153 came over to 134, anyone from 153, if they was in that same position I was, they got moved to a level 1 system, whereas I got to stay where I was. So, right, let me think. No, not a solo crew. I'm trying to think of an Armada crew for the Stella. Oh, wrong bloody Pike. I want that one. Group. Right, so I want Leslie. It's trying to think of a good officer. Because I'm not quite sure who to use. I've never done this. Yeah, it does have turbo shields. Fortunately, Beverly is out on solo Armadas at the minute. Skinny Mud. Yes, we could put Skinny Mud in. No, we can't, because he's not back for another 24 hours. Khan's out on the solo Armada. Yeah, right, so this is going to be one where I'm going to recall back from the solo Armada. Luckily, they are all out there right now. So, hang on. Riker's not on a ship. Why can't I find Riker? Benjamin, 5. Picard. Unless he's on a below deck. That's the only thing I can think of. Spring has finally sprung. To celebrate, why not enjoy that new season? So they're all going to come across. Now, bear in mind that, yeah, Kirk Spock Khan would be the one I'd use. I have actually used a Cisco crew as well on it, so they are another set that I would consider. But unfortunately, they're all out here at the minute. Yeah, yeah, I'll it's got to have been you who mentioned, because somebody mentioned it a couple of weeks ago in a live stream, and I can't remember for the life of me who it was who mentioned it, and The Stella that I've currently got at tier 8 was actually a new... No, I don't send Mike on away missions. I don't send him. I don't want to risk him getting bit by a nasty plant and give him hallucinations. But, yeah. So, now I've got that tier 1 Stella, I shall work on something to do that up for you, Dave. I will try and get that one done. Working on different crews. So many officers but in the game, but so few Armada. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you've got enough Armada officers. The downside is, they're mostly needed for this. Solo Armadas. Right, that's not bad. The big ships certainly took the damage there, didn't they? Yeah. Oh, I've always got away teams running. Always. Just try and think about that. Looking at that. What the fuck is that? Now, you see, now I'm not 100% sure about that because, when shields are depleted, has a 45% chance to heal shields. I like that crew. That looks like a good crew. The problem is I keep sending Spock on away teams. Now, Averix, Sasha, Bearded Mud, Row equals 40% crit chance, 90% crit damage, more shots, or more damage base. She needs to be tier 3. Now this is where I'm going to come a cropper again. I'm going to come a cropper on this one, aren't I? What's the betting? Would you think Eclipse officers would be good as that there is only reason for existing? Oh, sorry. I think they are supposed to be good, but I think they're going to have to be like really leveled up. Right. Kick Uhura off the bridge. Put 5 as captain. Moreau. Yeah. I'll definitely work on a video for it. I'm not quite sure what I'll come up with, but I'll think of something. Oh, hello. Right, so... I'm not going to come a cropper. Ha ha! Right. And she's a health officer as well. Ooh, that's even better. I do need more better health officers. No, I agree with that one, Kevin. Moreau doesn't work against Armadas. I'm just trying to think what officer would be best in that third slot. Khan. Literally, Khan. I mean, here's my Sasha. Pathetically low. Because I don't actually pull the Mud Crew. For low M numbers, so 5 as captain with Kirk and Spock, yeah. Yeah, that's probably the best crew I could probably think of. Eclipse officers are supposed to be used with the whole team. You want to crit that exchange of Armada to death. Problem, too many independents, crits way too much. Yes, there is. But luckily, with the increase in the Borg refinery, for lack of a better way of putting it, it shouldn't be too difficult to upgrade those officers now, in theory. It might take you a month to do an epic, but... So that was Eurydice leveled up. I'm going to have to bring these two home. Oh, hang on. Haha. Just send them up against level 50s. That'll sort them out. Fast way to get home, unfortunately, costs a little bit too much in repair speed ups. Oh, you bloody joking, he survived? Heck, if I could get my refinery spitting out more uncommon mats, I could use my Saladin on Rare Armada. No, but she gives Sin to Pike and Pike works. Yeah, that's a Cardassian Armadas, Mark, so that's... raise up your Talios for more independent credits. Yes, increase on the badges coming every Thursday. Now we might promote more rogue officers. Yeah, if you focus that way. What is with all these retro musics? Right, so now she's tier 3. So now she's giving me a 55% chance. And obviously coupled with Beverly and Picard, that's going to be 100. Yeah, she's going to put my shields back, isn't she? No, I've just got a block nose at the minute, Hugo. It likes to block up on me quite a lot, and especially the most times I really don't want it to do that. So, now let's have a look at this one. So they're heading out there. Oh yeah, got to claim this yet. I ain't claimed it yet. Hee. Yeah. Yeah, Pike Moreau don't do anything with Armadas, but Beverly and Picard will, because it's actually in their description. So, whereas... Let's quickly claim this. Oh, another 6,000 coins. Woohoo! Right. So make it so. That just increases officer abilities, which means Eurydice's abilities also increased. But then if you look at Beverly's officer ability, it says hostiles and armadas. Picard's obviously, again, just doing crit damage by 5%. Woohoo! What are you using your coins on or saving for vid? I will be doing a video on it, and I'll record it at the same time as the grading of the arc, which I'm not expecting that to be very high. Picard boosts Beverly. Beverly will get you through max mitigation, and Picard boosts Eurydice, giving 100% guarantee. Yep. Well done, Joseph, on 1 billion lot. Who's that with? Is it the Romulans, by any chance? So, we've still got a minute 27. So, yeah, so now I'm looking at... yeah, well over 100% on that one. Romulan, I thought it was. It's the same one I'm heading for at the minute. I'm still a fair whack off, but I'm not exactly making it my big main goal at the minute now. My goal is to get as much materials now to do up my guns to 44, and then I can go to Ops 45. You use Lorcan the Defiant. Okay. That would be hull breach, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, I'm running Eurydice at the minute because I've heard it being bounced about, but I never remember what crew to run with her. So I'm just running it out there and see what we get. I could have sworn I just started. Right, so just... At least it won. At least it won. Right, so... Wow. I got a lot of rares. I got a lot of rares. And I got 3 epics. I'm actually interested to see the battle log on that one now. So I went up against an interceptor, beat it quite handily. That's like twice my strength. 9 rounds. So that's tier 4. Yeah. Yeah, the Defiant is slow to upgrade. Yeah, I have 2. Well, surprisingly in this, I don't actually see Eurydice proccing. Here we go. Now she's proccing. So now she's going to add 5% to my shields. It just happened to be the final round as well. Okay, so fair dues. Alright. Right, Solo Armada. Okay, so we'll try that. Attack something stronger. Yeah, perhaps I should attack that level, a level 50. Say something like this. I think this might be the one that I actually already attacked. What's the cargo hold? 100k, that's not too bad. Hey Pets, welcome to the stream, mate. Both tier 5, Kev. Both tier 5. And to be honest, I'm actually quite happy with them at tier 5. So they both do the job. They get the... So... I usually crew them out roughly the same and go attack the traders in Seoul. I can usually get about 13 kills when using Pipe Moreau Tolan. So... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I do. Tier 7 eventually. I will take them to tier 7 eventually. I do want to get to 46 first though, but going to 46 I'll be able to also get one of the rares. Okay, so I sent Eurydice up a tier and leveled her up, and my 2 warships have come back doing worse. They've actually taken a hell of a lot more damage. No, that's what I do, Hugo. I don't really bother with it. I'll put the Augur or the Enterprise in that position and then send that out. Because I've already got enough ED. I mean, let's have a look. Bajoran, and I won't be able to pull it just yet, but I've already got enough for another pull. And with the amount of Armadas I've actually got lined up, I've got 3 epics, 8 rares, and 8 uncommons left. And obviously I can do an uncommon pull in the morning. And at current, I can do 2 chests. So that's going to give me at least another rare. And if I do enough uncommons, I'll be able to get running those 8 rares, I'll be able to pull 750 directives free. So that's another one. So I'll end up with 4 epics, and I'll end up with more than enough edicts come off all them to potentially even do a 2 chest pull on this. So not like it's really... to me, all this is extra. So... Oh, the Define buff, yeah. And yeah, I've noticed that, and I think that's... Yeah. The Define is... I will admit, the Define is actually... Two buffs, and then obviously you got to wait. Once your Define gets to tier 6 over 30... That's an interesting setup. Okay. Nice one, down. Well done. I'm a bit far away from that. I'm still 121,000 from being Colmar. But I've slowed down my rep pull. If I'd have carried on doing my rep pull at the level I was doing it, to get to the... What? I can't remember what level I'm at the minute. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah, I'm high meta at the minute, so if I'd have carried on pulling, I'd have probably been Colmar by now, but I've scaled it back in order because obviously every morning I pull the material credit claims. Always an extra bit of bonus with materials. So can't complain on that one. Monkeys. Right, so let's get these home. But so anyway, so what we're going to do there is we'll move on to the event store. So that's a couple of nice ones. I mean, that's one crew loadout for me to definitely work on with Eurydice. Get her up a little bit higher. So now, yes, we've all done the Picard test to begin with, and we'll actually quickly look at that before we actually do look into the event store. Because obviously, what I'll do is look at the answers to this for anyone who's not done it yet. You've got 18 hours left. So if you've not done it, get it done. It is extra coins. And then obviously we'll look at the chest that it's got. And then we'll look at all the event store stuff as we go through. So obviously the main meta is right here. Basically complete all the questions. So the first question is obviously which one of these facts is wrong about Jean-Luc Picard? And obviously the answer to this one is going to be D. He has a brother. Or rather, if you want to go chronologically based, he had a brother. Now, I'm actually going to throw it out there. Quick question. What happened to his brother? What happened to Picard's brother? Yeah, cheers, Hugo, for smashing them up for us. I'm just going to burn them into my head so I know which ones we're going. Yes, absolutely right. He died in a fire. Picard was on the holodeck of the Enterprise D, celebrating the promotion of No, it's the first TNG movie. Star Trek Generations. He dropped in a vat of wine. No, given Robert's taste for wine, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, so Picard was on the Enterprise Day on the holodeck celebrating the promotion of Lieutenant Worf to Lieutenant Commander. And obviously Picard got the news saying that his brother and his nephew were killed in a fire. Obviously, it made Picard a little bit sour for a few hours until he cried it out with Deanna just before the Viridian... Hang on, no, not the Viridian. The Amagosa star was destroyed. So, well, yes, so the answer is D. So, obviously... Oh, trust me to get the... I'll tell you what, I'm trying to give you the answers here, and yet I give you the wrong freaking answer. Of course he has a brother. That's the right one. The answer, of course, as Damien's just said, as Hugo's already put the answers up, it is actually, he was not the captain of the USS Newton. So yeah, go out and destroy a ship in Zurich. I was actually looking at that and just thinking, hang on, let's change from Zurich to Collop now. And that's obviously... Tell you, long day. Going on hospital appointments for your kids is very tiring. So anyway, so go destroy one ship in Zurich. So next one, what is Picard's mother's name? And the answer is obviously Yvette. as we learned from Star Trek Picard Season 2, where we actually delved into his mother a little bit more. But the problem is, I've now got an issue with that. For those of you who don't remember, in Season 1 of The Next Generation, I can't remember the name of the episode, but the Enterprise was sent across the universe by the Traveller. This was our first introduction to the Traveller, who eventually ran away with Wesley in Season 7. But Picard saw his mother in the corridor on the Enterprise D, and obviously she was serving herself some tea, sat at a little table. But the only problem is, what's that message? Hey, for your information, your whole family died in a fire. Bye. I like that one. That's a good one. That's a good one. So yeah. No. Yeah. But yeah. So his mother was, and obviously his mother was an elderly lady. Well, in Picard Season 2, they killed her off as a middle-aged woman, actually a woman potentially around my age, around about mid-30s to early 40s. They killed her off at that. So how can Picard have a memory of his mother as an elderly lady if she died in her late 30s, early 40s? To me, that never made any sense. But then again, this is Alex Kurtzman, who's literally just got it announced today, a straight to Paramount Plus movie of Section 31. Alex Kurtzman has got Section 31 greenlighted for a movie with Oscar-winning Michelle Yeoh, who portrayed Philippa Georgiou and Emperor Georgiou. Dave, my knowledge on Star Trek is probably average compared to a lot of series Trekkies out there, and they'll probably tell you an awful lot. But the one thing is, what was the stark difference between Picard Season 2, giving us more information about his... All spiders should die in a fire. Yeah, the problem is, John, with that one, if any spiders died in a fire, what would happen to all those flies that go around pissing you off? I don't think there's enough sticky tape in the world to kill them all, to catch them all. Or those battery-powered fly zapper tennis rackets. How does that work when Georgiou went to the future with Discovery? I think... Yeah, I'm actually not quite sure how Kurtzman's going to do it. But the problem is, Kurtzman needed to get Section 31 greenlit to get the biggest dream that he wanted, which was Star Trek Academy. Starfleet Academy. Star Trek 90210, basically. Is the guy who played that Contact on DS9 going to replay his part? I think the showrunners have said because dream, the old mother was what Picard hoped his mother would be. No, actually, Damien, that is actually a fairly logical argument around it. Yeah, you could say your face is stud. So that is actually a fairly logical argument. As for who the guys who played Contact, you'll have to give me a little bit more context on who you're actually on about, because I'm not quite sure who you're on about. I've got a few people flying around my head. Now, yes, Georgiou went back in time with the help of the forget it. What was his name? It was Carl. The Guardian of Forever. Yeah, so she went through the tunnel with the Guardian of Forever to a point where the Prime Universe and the Terran Universe without that. That's the point she went back to. Now, for anyone who has kept up with the original Trek from the 90s, early noughties, in Star Trek Enterprise Season 4, they did a 2-part episode of the Terran Empire. And it was, if you actually watch some of the scenes on there, in the intro music, there was World War II. So, where the two universes separated, my guess would be, hey Smalls, welcome to the stream, mate, would be before World War II. Now, another theory, Sloane. Ooh. I'm trying to think of his name. Oh, who played him? I can't remember who played him. Yeah, Section 31 has been late. It's going to be introduced as a movie straight to Paramount Plus. However, if enough interest comes of it, it could go to cinema. So we'll have to wait and see. But obviously, because Michelle Yeoh won the Oscar, she was really in demand. Huh? Can't wait for the episode where a couple has to break up because they get posted on different ships. Or was that Dawson's Green? Huh? Mark, you really perplexed me on that one. Yeah, Mark Sloane. No, Mark Sloane's from Diagnosis Murder. Yeah, Sloane. From Section 31. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be done that way. William Sadler, thanks. Smashing JT, thank you. Yeah, I can't see Sloane and Dawson's Creek. No, Mac, if you want a comparison to what the running theory among the veteran fans, Buffy, the Vampire Slayer. Buffy. That would probably be your best bet. Or Beverly Hills 90210. But you know, that's an old sad case of affairs a long time ago. I've never actually watched it, but I do remember Beverly Hills 90210 was centered around a high school in Los Angeles, in Beverly Hills. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do for Academy. I really can't see how they're going to do a poltergeist protagonist and the villain. I really can't see how he's going to do it. I really can't. But from what I understand, the theory is the new... hi, Mark. Hill Street Blues. Not quite sure what that is, but I'm going to say yes. I'm guessing that would be another crying teen drama. But yeah, the idea with Star Trek Academy is going to be centered in the future where Discovery ended up, and watching the reinstatement of the Academy after the Federation starts coming together. But I really don't know what they're going to do. I can't see it being Riverdale. No, I wouldn't have said Riverdale. Not Riverdale. I think I've watched a few episodes of that. But no, I wouldn't have said Riverdale. Oh, Riverdale. Buffy the Borg Slayer. I like that one. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it'll be a high school drama sort of thing, and I really can't see how they're going to do it. I mean, to be perfectly honest, right, the Star Trek I want to see is Star Trek Legacy. That's the one I want to see. Terry Matalas, who did season 3 of Picard. Now, I'm sure there are going to be people out there who will turn around and say that season 3 was not very good, that there's bits and bobs wrong with it. Yeah, maybe so, but it's still a hell of a lot. Saved by the Bell. Yeah, that's another. Yeah, that's another good example for what Academy could be. Picard cries superstar. Oh my god. Well, yeah, but no. Legacy, set aboard the Titan. Now, the downside is, then again, I can't say too much because I don't know who's actually watched season 3 and how far everyone is. I would presume you're all up to date. I can't wait. I would like to see Star Trek Nemesis with more horror in it. I don't see how the way they did Nemesis, I don't see how they could make more horror. Unless they were dissecting crew members. But I don't see how they can make it with more horror at the minute. Nemesis, though, was supposed to be the goodbye for the TNG crew. Certainly didn't turn out that way. The only best goodbye I've seen so far for a Star Trek crew is Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. It's the only one I've seen that's got a proper send-off for the crew. Yeah, Mark, I am in total agreement. I'm absolutely loving it. And I'm not going to lie. I shed a tear in episode 9 for Captain Shaw. I'm sorry, spoiler, I am so sorry. I shed a tear. Because he was an arsehole to begin with. He was an arsehole. And I can't remember what the actor's name is, but he did a fantastic job with Captain Shaw. Especially in the episode where he hobbles onto the holodeck and he lays into Picard about Locutus. This Borg was so bad, they gave him a name! But, Nero plus the Borg. Nemos. I like that one. He was out of his depth. Bandit, who are you on about? Are you on about Shaw? Yeah, and from what I understand, the actor who played Shaw, he's actually a Star Trek fan as well. So to play the captain of the Titan and coming up acting alongside Star Trek greats like Jerry Ryan and Patrick Stewart and the rest of the TNG cast, he must have been absolutely in his element. Absolutely in his element. I mean, what was it? They did that episode where Shaw met Geordie and he was just so speechless. The 9th episode is intense. Yeah, the character... Yeah, Shaw was definitely out of his depth for what they were... what they needed Shaw to do. But... yeah, absolutely. And it's a shame they did what they did. Because they really could have done some great work with him. Absolutely great work. But this is Paramount. But anyway, we're diverging massively. Data. He's definitely got those quirks now. He's definitely got those quirks. But the way they did that was just so... I could actually genuinely believe the original Data from the next generation would actually do that after some experience, after a lot of experience interacting with humans. He would play, and knowing his brother as he does, would play that that just let it go, saying, yeah, okay, you take it. I know for a fact I'm not going to win. Reverse psychology. That reverse psychology moment. I could very much imagine Data actually doing that. And Brent Spinner is a very talented actor. The way he plays all those parts for Data, Law, B4, Sung. He is very talented. And Data just like saying, yeah, to Law. Yeah, okay, take it. Take it. Take it. And then that's it. Data's gone. And then just, well, hang on, what's going on here? Something's not right. Boom, Data's back. Got you. And wipes out Law without actually having to be violent or nasty or everything Law was. That, to me, that was just actually a brilliant way to bring Data back. I mean, I was actually sat there thinking, are they actually going to kill Data off again? So, and then when he came back, I just thought, oh, that is a brilliant switch. That is a brilliant switch. I like that. So, but yeah. But anyway, so moving back to the question. So, yeah, so Yvette Picard obviously go kill one hostile in Kijal. It was very clever and absolutely well written. I've got the writers for season 3 have been absolutely phenomenal. Terry Matalas has he's really captured that essence for Star Trek. He has really captured that essence and really created a story you could actually get into. Season 1 of Picard, I was just so confused about what they were doing and what was going on. I couldn't make heads or tails of it. I'll have to go back and watch it again just see if I can make heads or tails of it. Season 2, the first episode and the last episode were brilliant. The rest of the season was absolutely dog crap. Season 3 is a complete U-turn, and it shows what happens when you take a failing runner for Star Trek, Alex Kurtzman, take that failing runner out the equation. Yeah, fine, you leave his name on it for production purposes, but you take that out, and then you put somebody else in with a fresh idea, fresh new perspective, and it just creates some of the best Star Trek we've seen in a long time. Technically, is that Law is just Data has memories and feelings? No, it's Data now. It's Data, but Data now understands emotions and he could portray them. Like the understanding of standing there, as Data would have done, and you got that when he actually says, I would offer words of encouragement, but I know at the minute nothing's good enough, and he says that to Picard, and Picard just looks at him and just sort of like agrees to him, yeah, nothing's going to be good enough. But previous Data wouldn't have understood just putting a helpful hand on a shoulder, just say, it's alright, it's going to be alright, and not say a word. Data wouldn't have understood that, but coupled with the emotions he now has, that wasn't Brent in one episode of Cheers? I don't know, actually. Probably. But yeah, so Data just offering that feeling to his captain, saying it'll be alright, without actually saying the words. Old Data wouldn't have understood that. With these new emotions, he understands it a little bit better. So, but anyway, moving on. Question 3. John Luke has a pet. Number 1. It's a dog. Yes, it's a woofer. So, it's, now, somebody's going to have to correct me on the dog breed, but I think that's like oh. Some people you have very wrongly using these dogs for like fighting for money, and it's a breed that a lot of people some countries have banned, even in the UK. Pitbull. I think it's a pitbull. Now, somebody please correct me if I'm wrong about what breed the dog actually is. That is called number one. So it's a dog. So literally go mine one piece of power steel here. Question 4. English Bulldog. Yes, thank you. Bulldog. Question 4. An instrument. Now, this one is it's a flute. And this was the flute that he gained from his vision quest after a archiver sort of thing approached the Enterprise, hit him with a light, and he relived somebody's life in like, what was it? It's been documented in like 25 minutes. So it's not one of my greatest episodes. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. But a lot of people do actually like that one. Night Court, Brent Spinner. I'll have to have a look at that one. See, and I'll have a quick look at it and see what it is. Obviously, you all saying it's pretty good. It's the reward for the last Battle Pass milestone. Independence Day movie. Yes, he was in Independence Day movie too. As the wacky scientist at Area 51. So, but yeah, Brent Spinner's been in a lot of stuff. I will say that. But yeah, so this one's a flute. So go mine one piece of titanium. And then obviously question 5 is fill in the blank, the space. Everyone knows this line from the Borg. Resistance is futile. So basically go to Rigel and smash one hostile. And then you complete all that. And then obviously once you've completed all 5 of these, it's going to complete the meta where you're going to end up with 800 of these new data chips. And also you're going to bring them here to this. Now, I'm actually going to open this chest and see what we're going to get. Now, the RNG I'm looking at, there are 12 officers in here. Yay. And by the looks of this, you're only going to get one officer. One officer. And you've got a 65% chance of only the 3 shards. Yay. And then obviously you've got some blueprints as well, which are split evenly. So, yee. Resistance is totally a thing. Yeah. So, there we go. I'll take the Katinga. I'll take the Katinga. That's 25 less shards I need. So that's how... Yeah. But, Galana. I'm envious of the fact you guys got Miles. I'd rather have Miles. 6 Cisco, I'd love that one. Penny. Yeah, I'll definitely take the pull on the Katinga. But, Galana. Ouch. Just Galana. Ow, that is bad. I mean, I don't even use Galana. He's a waste of space. Ooh, an announcement. Server merges. Right, let me just call up Discord then on my tablet, and then we'll we'll add these into the stream. So, right. That one there. The problem is my tablet's old and it's that slow, it's unreal. So, April the 25th is going to see some mergers. I'd have taken it in speed ups with the Talios Hunt. Yeah, I mean, that... Yeah, he does a good job, but I think he's going to have to be sort of like a little bit higher. It's not one I would actually put on my... Right, for some reason, it's not actually... Oh, great. Okay, so, Bandit, you said it's 85 and 84 going together, and then 113 and 114. Gentus, thank you for also putting that, because for some peculiar reason, apparently, my Galaxy chat is not... oh, hello. Whee! For some reason, my tablet doesn't want to behave. Bloody thing. Bloody technology, I hate it. Absolutely hate it. So, anyway. So, Mike, you're on 114, so... Yeah, the math behind his loot bonus is better than you might think. I don't know, 10%. 10% for every 100. So 10 out of every 100. It'd have to be a lot higher for me to actually warrant actually taking up a space on my ships for him. So... But yeah, so Matt, good luck with that one. I hope the server merge turns out okay, and... You're on 108 and 153. Bandit. So right, so 153. It would be 154 we merged with. So right. So anyway, so memory chest. Yeah, Galana and some Katinga. Like I said, I'll definitely take the Katinga every day. Now, these extra chests that they've been running this month, absolute crap, to put it bluntly. Now, last week we got the Armada one. It wasn't too bad per se, but it still wasn't the best, and it definitely was not worth 120,000 coins. I think you got about 8 epics out of it. Rares out of it. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I never bought it. And this one, nice one, Matt. Well done, mate. And this one... Absolutely not. Right, your Mega Cube, you use that, we'll say on average, once every 3 months. Those Borg directives, once every 3 months. Borg Solo Miners, now that is actually reasonable. Yes, the Mega Cube is a thing. It's actually a thing. It's the most ridiculous storyline scope we've ever come up with. It's like, where do we... Even the pay store offers have sucks. I've not looked at the pay store. We can have a look at that shortly. But yeah, so... The Mega Cube story was one of the worst... In fact, that was the worst storyline I've ever heard. Now, can you imagine if you take our solar system on Neptune's orbit? Let's not do Pluto, because apparently Pluto's no longer a planet. She's a dwarf planet. Put her back as a planet. But... it was worse than Starbase Assaults, to be honest. I'd rather do Starbase Assaults, but if you take our solar system and you take Neptune's orbit around the sun, which is roughly, I think it's about 49 AUs in radius. So about 98 AUs. That's how big this Borg cube was supposed to be. The size of a solar system. 98 AUs. Are there? I know there's SIRS in the asteroid field, but my lordy, this list today is absolutely crap. Absolutely crap. But yeah, so a Borg cube that big, realistically, I think they classed as failed planets, Damien. I think. That's a lot of Borg peddling. It is. But it was just ridiculous. I mean, when you on Star Trek, when you watch Star Trek, and they tell you roughly how many drones are aboard that Borg cube, imagine how many drones you're going to need to fill a 98 diameter based cube, a 98 AU a diameter of 98 AUs. Bearing in mind that Earth has approximately 8 or 9 billion people on it at the current. You're not talking trillions to do a system-wide Borg cube. You're talking about an infinite number of Borg drones. And that's how stupid that arc was. But yeah. But anyway, so like 10 shards towards Dozik as well, and 10 shards towards 4 of 11. Yeah, okay. You could fill it with Borg triples. Yeah, you could. And to be honest, it'd probably take them around about, if you actually did it, 98 AUs cubed, you are looking around about 5 years to fill it. You'd be looking around about 5 years to fill it. Yeah, about 5 years to fill it. But first, make sure you put plenty of grain on it so they've got a chance to munch on something. Because tactical Borg cubes are simply not enough. Yeah. I mean, even the Borg tactical cube in Star Trek Voyager was about the same size as a normal cube. So, now I can understand them saying 28 miles across. I can actually genuinely believe that one. But that's still a pixel on the Megacube. A pixel. But, yes, I have played Star Trek Armada 2. I do love that game, and I can't wait till I get a PC where I can actually play it again. I've got it loaded into my old laptop, but the problem is the damn thing won't actually load. So I can't even get the intro to play. But my laptop is old. So Fusion Cubes, the Fusion Cubes, they were awesome. I absolutely loved the Fusion Cubes. I'd literally just go on the solid play without not the mission bits, and I'd purposely build those cubes and just fuse them together and just send them out to wipe out the system. So, but if I ever actually do manage to get a PC set up, I will actually stream me playing it. I'll do that bit on Twitch. streaming playing Star Trek Armada 2. And we'll see what weird and wonderful different scenarios we can come up with for me to actually win. So, I mean, I think that would be an interesting live stream, that one. But like I said, that would have to be done on Twitch. And obviously, that's depending on when I actually get a computer. So, yeah, could be a while. But anyway, so this chest, I would, if you was even considering it, I'd turn around and say, don't do it. Don't waste your credits. Not worth the effort. Never worth it in a million years. It's just as bad as this bucket. The materials, yes, absolute waste of space. I mean, you've got your G3 uncommons here, 13, 3,000 each. I mean, I don't know what I need with G3 anymore, really. I've only got my Auger left to do. But it's like 20 chests there for 60,000. That's going to give me, what, 260? 260 uncommon. And obviously I've got 372,000. So if we knock that down to 360,000, so that'll be 6 times that. So, yeah. But, hello. And obviously you're saying that the frames are the worst. Well, yeah. I don't even bother. As far as I'm concerned, they don't exist. That's the best way to put it. They are overly priced by a massive margin. And we'll just actually look at it. So, I mean, it's like, you've got all these. Wow. Wow. I believe the collective avatar I actually already have. So. Yeah, exactly. These are currency graves. Are they taking the piss? Are they actually taking the bloody piss? 300,000. Yeah, I've already got this one. Rare frame. Rare avatar. 150,000. Does this Arc Runner even have the concept of free-to-play players exist in the game? You'll take 2. My God. How can they value these things at that kind of a price? I really don't get it. I really don't. The Queen avatar got a 300. Right. Now, the biggest question I'm going to ask on this one is, what value do these add to the game? What value? All this does is just take currency off you for a picture or a pissing frame. I can go to the local supermarket and get a frame if I wanted to put on my wall. Even this bit of cloth behind me, the green screen, cost me £6 to do. That's still cheaper in real terms than this. And all this does is they look nice. And I beg to differ on that one. They look nice. Huh. Epic shards are 6,000. Yeah, they are. The epic shards are worth more. Like my father used to say, some people have more money than brains. Yes, they do. There's more money than sense. And I think that's what... If I could literally put emojis on the screen, I would, and it would be a big fat pile of turd. Yeah. It's just, I didn't realise they were that priced. What we got here? Alcove. Oh no, you see, that's what I was expecting. 75,000. But again, why? Why? I got my 7.9 avatar from the event. And you like it? Oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Officers and... I mean... even... And to be honest, I'm actually going to agree with you on this one, the phrase and avatars. Even... Put it there. That book is more worth to me. Because I'm actually getting something I can use to spend in the game to advance my game. Those phrases and avatars do not advance your game whatsoever. Now, if you're going to get them free, then by all means, yeah, let's use them. But no. Yeah, phrases and avatars, avoid it at all costs. Like it's the bloody plague. But anyway, ship parts. Yes, don't worry, we'll come back to officers in just a moment. Now, if you have any currency left over, yeah, you may want to. If you're working on an old Franklin, so you might need some modulators, you might need some of the warp stuff. If you need some extra feature parts to get your feature up, there you go. Or if you're working on that good old Botany Bay, you might want some plutonium to help you upgrade it. Or if you really, really went down that path and you got the hijack ships and you really, really wanted to upgrade them, plutonium will come in handy for that as well. Mantis parts as well, if you plan on upgrading your Mantis. Who's Lubowski? Feature tier 4 special part for your second and third. Otherwise you're stuck. Yeah. So, I mean, is that what's in there? Or is it... No, this is just generally the actual parts. I think the bits you're looking at is a bit further down either. But you got like Devore parts if you wanted to upgrade your Devore. Oh, in events shop, yeah. Amalgam parts, Cerritos parts, the interlock for upgrading another feature if you wanted it. So even this has more value than the frames. But yeah, now special currencies as well. This is another good one. Exionic chips. If you really, really want those Exacoms, advisable. Trait XP is another good one for like your away team missions. Cultivated mycelium if you like to jump around quite a lot. Culver particles for doing your Cerritos boost. Tetrions for your cloaking. The Racketeer token, well, I'll tell you what, just bloody forget it. Just forget it. Cultivated mycelium. That gives you around about 80 summonings and all that. Yeah, exactly. For those who want to dominate Mining Mondays and Bandit. Or you could just look at Apex on Thursday, contraband loot. I only have hijack BPs to spend on wondering what else everyone else sees. Mark, do not fret. We are going to show you that tonight. We are going to show you that tonight. Because we can all sit there and laugh at it. Active nanopods for officers. Urbanite. Independent credits is a good one. Syndicate XP, another good one. The chance that any currency I've got left over, I will be going for this. I mean, it's 7,500 for 850. That's not particularly too bad. So, that's just about the server merges. Or splinters for those of you who really like to protect your miners and got those automatic defenses for those specific miners, which, just as a reminder, they are the G3 faction miners, which is the Antares, the Valkyries, the Cavort, the G4 miners, the Hydra, the Votavor, and the Klingon one. I forgot what the Klingon one was. It's the Beetle. the armadillo, the butcher. That's the one, the butcher. And then also you got your Horizon and your North Star as well. Yee, protect your North Star. But anyway, so special currencies have some value. Ship blueprints. Cheers, Hugo, for putting that up there, mate. Blueprints, obviously, for the ships that you currently have access to, and at your level, what you can get. Now, if you are at Ops 33 and above, you can see the Mantis. And Mantis is definitely going to be one that I would highly recommend you get, because of the Mantis refinery for the Syndicate XP, and also getting the it's the only way you can source the Strange New World officers, because they are officers that you really do want to work on and get up before you get anywhere near level 50. Not to mention, obviously, the Strange New World's officers are the best things when it comes to most, not all, most of your specialty ships. So, as you can see, I can see up to G4, so G3 epics on the Klingons, but on the G4 side of things, I can see the Kelvin and the Valdor. And obviously go through. This is pretty much all I can see. I know there are some other higher... Yeah, it is the best crew sourcing. So, it's just a shame Lalanne's not in there. Now, as well, if you need a Meridian and you haven't got one, she's another ship that you really, 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 really do need. So, now, it does say limited to 200 blueprints, so that gives you the opportunity to go for 2. And at 7,500, but for 5 blueprints, that's not too bad. Oh, God's sake. Trying to sell something and I'm yawning in the middle of it. Not exactly the best selling point, is it? But yeah, so 200 blueprints, so you can actively go after 2 of these. I would highly, definitely recommend 2 of them, because it will increase your mining for your... nice one. DJ recommends 3. I have 3. So I'm already on the recommended. But yeah, so, I mean, yeah, if you want to get yourself up to 3... another fantastic way. Get them maxed out, and then load them up with Isogen. Devore, North Star if you haven't got one and you really, really, really want one. If you are a low level player, say like level 18, and you can see it, get it, because it's going to save you 20 quid, $20. Stellar, if you need a second Stellar, get on. If you want really, 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 really want a third, yeah, it's there. Botany Bay for those who love to mine data to the heart's content. There you go. Anybody who would absolutely love another sarcophagus ship, got blueprints for it. Why you'd want it, I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, so plenty of blueprints here for those lower level players as well, like the ships like the Franklin, the Botany Bay, Stella, Discovery, Jellyfish, Devore, Vadar, gonna be... I know, Hugo, I was being sarcastic with the sarcophagus. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted another amalgam, I mean, I'm literally... I hate the amalgam, because I don't think she's pulling what she's supposed to. I really don't think it. Because I've got a base... in our territory. It's a player who's left the game and he's told us, drain my resources. I was taking my tier 7 max cargo and Baitor on the bridge, so a tier 2 Baitor, smashing it into that base. It has a cargo of 9.4 million, and I was pulling in excess of 9.5 million on top. So in total, I was getting around about 18 million out of the base of a 11 billion resource base. And yet I'm supposed to be pulling as an excess on top 0.075%. But when I did the maths, it actually worked out it was 0.0008%. Significantly less. Now, I did bring this up with the CECs. They give me the calculator to work out the thing, so I need to go through that, figure out how to actually use that calculator properly, because I'm sure I was doing something wrong. A tier 4 amalgam. Wow. I was pulling 9 billion a hit. Yeah. Now, this is where the amalgam is good. And in my opinion, it's hitting the bases with like trillions in it. Because like you think you're pulling billions out for yourself, and obviously if you're a lower level player than that player, it's like Christmas has come early. But when you're pulling 18 million from an 11 billion base, you sat there thinking, really? This is going to take me hours. I don't want to be spending hours in the game trying to drain a base. Now, give me an amalgam where it's... Let's just change the whole ship's ability completely. Instead of taking a set percentage of remaining loot from your target, how about a ship ability where it improves your... When you wake up, does it feel like your eyelids have been velcroed to your eyeballs? Grubby and gritty, like you've been sleeping on a building site? Our eyes don't always wake as refreshed as the rest. Yeah, Hugo, absolutely right. Absolutely right. I don't even bother with me amalgam anymore. Literally, I just don't bother. But to me, give me the amalgam with a completely new ship's ability. Now, I want to see what you guys actually think about this ship's ability for the amalgam. Instead of pulling X% of loot from whatever's remaining on the base, instead, let's change it to increases your cargo size by starting off at level 1, 1000%. Increases your cargo size by 1000%. Now, let's just say that amalgam now starts with a 10 million cargo. And now you're just boosting that by 100 times. Now, yeah, maybe that's way too much in Scopely's eyes. But to me, that sounds like a better idea, increasing your ship's cargo capacity when raiding a base. Instead of pulling X% of loot, increase your cargo size. Yeah, I didn't even need to do that. I got sort of like about a month in, I'm just thinking, yeah, okay, 91%. I'm supposed to be 91 days I get to just the one blueprint, and then for the other 9 days I should be actually getting something different. Yeah, no, you're not. You're not. But that's Scopely for you. That's the way. They don't want the whales to lose too much during a raid to keep them in the game and spending. No, but that's a problem. Some whales, I mean, Server 20 have proven this when Incursions first came out. They lost badly. What did they do? Well, they just went and splashed a load more money and refilled their bases. So that, to me, those whales who love to spend, and thank you very much for spending the game, because without them, we wouldn't have a game. Let's be fair. But I would still love a ship that drains the base faster. I mean, originally I was thinking of an idea that would take, say, like 50% of remaining loot on a base. Yeah, okay, you can't quite do that because, yeah, that would be nice. 50%, half of it, that's nice. But increase your own cargo size as well. And that way you're pulling the same amount all the time and it's not changing whatsoever. I always wait till I can open 20 chests at once. Takes about 60 days. Wow. If I'm on Hugo, it's pretty reliable, but that's very, wow. Even on a 20 chest pull, surely the RNG should give you at least a little bit more than just a single shard per chest. It should do more than that, but for 3/4 of days, almost 24 hours straight, it got deleted. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. If Scopely delete the base off the server before you fully drained it, that's resources taken out of the game. Scopely have enough ways to take resources out of the game off us. They've got enough. So doing things like that, they should make it so when raiding bases, it does not take more than, say, on average, 30 minutes to drain a base, right? Now, on Star Trek Enterprise, in Season 3, I don't recall those Osirian pirates coming onto Enterprise, taking loot, and then stood around having tea and biscuits with the crew saying, yeah, we're just going to steal your antimatter storage pods and a few torpedoes, maybe some food. He's like, all right. Yeah, no problem. You go take what you need, mate. We don't need it to help defend our planet and everything. Stand there and have a good old chit-chat. Those pirates came in, tagged everything, and got out. Well, actually, one didn't get out. The idea is to get in, get what you can, and get out. Now, if you're spending hours and hours raiding the base, at some point that player's going to come back online. At some point they're going to come back online, unless you know full well they have gone from the game. Yeah, you've lost your chance to drain that base. Now, yes, you can work your alliance, but even still, that's not enough. So this is why I don't like the amalgam when it comes to base raiding, because it's crap. It's useless. It doesn't pull enough. It doesn't drain a base fast enough. So, and I think that's why a lot of all these third incursions I was raiding for 6.5 hours. Exactly. What? And the question is, right, do you want to spend 6.5 hours raiding a base? Spend 6.5 hours in game just doing that one thing, raiding a base? Or would you like to go off, get your hostiles done, get your mining done, go grab a cup of coffee, go, you know, just like, and do missions in the games or something else? But if you think about raiding that same base with a Horizon or an Entes, it would take much longer than using them. Yet now that's the argument for the amalgam. If you use another ship, if you used another miner, it would take longer. And I get the argument and I agree with the argument. But it should still not take you hours to drain a base. Or a full day. Or 2 days. It shouldn't take you that long. Maximum 30 minutes to drain a base. Now, there's ways around it. Scopely can actually do that. And they can still make a tidy profit in the process. Just be thankful we don't get our materials raided. But anyway, so yeah, so this is the blueprints for the event store. And then the next bucket is the refits. Now, it's entirely up to you where you see the value in refits. Rep grinding, you can use these specialties for the G4 ships. If you've got your G3 epic ships, you've got the salvage skin. Now, how you feel about that is entirely up to you. I don't rate it. A 200% to mitigate boost on mitigation. Wow, okay, that's base mitigation. Yeah, that's not going to be an awful lot. The amalgam refit as well, it basically increases the amount of overcapacity loot you're going to get. So you're going to take your point, in my case, your 0.075%, and you're going to add 30%. You're going to increase it by 30%. So basically you're going up to 0.076%. Yeah, unfortunately they didn't put any projectiles in. I don't know why. It would have made some logical sense, but hey-ho. So yeah, so you've got the assimilated amalgam refit skin if you want it. To be honest, is it going to be beneficial to your game? No, not really. Absolutely not. Excuse me. Then you've got the refit shards for the G3 epics. The Valdor refit looks like the Fiat multiple from the 90s. Ugly as. I don't know about the Fiat. It's a Gala-class starship. But, yeah. It's still not one thing I'm going to go with. Sarcophagus cloaking device, should you want it. Yay. At least if you're fighting a territory capture, you can actually use it to get to your capture nodes. But, yeah. Simulated Stellar Skin. Now, that's the one I probably would highly recommend out of here. Because obviously it's going to boost things like reduction in your stellar particle spending for the research. And then obviously for the G4, G5 players, it will add those relevant materials to your rogue store where you can spend stellar particles on. But again, that's down to your choice if you want to buy them or not. And then obviously you got a load of cloaking refits. Why the Jelly needs a refit, cloak, I don't know. Why the Enterprise needs a cloak, I do not know. Because the only time the Enterprise ever had a cloak, it stole it. And then the Enterprise team retrieved it from the USS Pegasus. Get the Stellar Skin now and concentrate all badges every week. Yeah, now that is one option. That is one option that I am actually considering, but the problem is I want Q. Yeah. So it's literally spend all my currency on this skin when I actually get there next week, and then get pretty much nothing towards Hugh. Or yeah. So that's where my problem is. But we'll see what I'm going to do when I actually do the video next week. 480k. Yeah, I think that's going to be roughly the target we're going to be getting this month. It is less than the last event store, because last event store we got 600k free to play. This Arc Runner has dropped it. So, not impressed with that one whatsoever. And then obviously the final bucket we need to look at quickly is the officers. Now, Borg Queen, if you are close to getting her and you really, really, really want her, that's entirely you. I've got 2 shards, but like I say, I'm going to rely on the Hey, Lou, welcome to the stream, mate. The Borg Queen, I only need 2 shards, but I'm looking at the Syndicate XP event. I should be able to get those last 2 shards from there. So, she's off my bucket list for this one. Gosar, Galana, Dozak, yeah, forget them. Yeah. Picard officer, yeah. If you really feel like taking on those explorers and having morale, a better chance of morale in PvP, then yeah, potentially could do it. Beverly, yeah, the only credible thing I could probably say for Beverly is a below deck ability. Is it a below deck ability or is it officer ability? Yeah, below deck ability, increasing the amount of broken parts you're going to get. Obviously, that's going to increase with the higher tier she is. You're not impressed with the Borg Queen. Nah, neither was I when they introduced her. But yeah, so Beverly, you could make an argument for if you really, really wanted to. Get her up another tier. But that's entirely up to you. But the Ultimate Officer that all the content creators will definitely point you in. Minimal effect. Yeah, I think you said that earlier about that the assimilate is very minimal. And obviously Rev did all the testing. So, it's, yeah. I mean, I love DJ and Rev doing all this testing because it makes that job a lot easier for the rest of us. You get the missing 2 shards from the Syndicate event right now. Yeah, exactly. And that's what I'm working towards. I just need to wait till event about 6 PM tomorrow, UK time, before I can do my next Cerritos pull. I'm definitely giving Scopely a lower score on Rev's survey for this. Yeah. Oh, trust me. I will be too. Despite the fact I do my own grading, I also still do Rev's survey. I still always do it as well. Because obviously, I'm not an NDA. I don't have one. But still, I will get my voice in there in some way and say what I think about the arc. I'll say what I think in a video, and then I'll put it on that sheet as well. But Hugh is going to be your best officer to get. Now, as you can see, I've only got 50 shards, so I need 70 shards. So that's going to be, what, 420,000 credits that's going to cost me to unlock him. But that's going to mean I've got a fantastic officer who's going to be on a permanent below deck of a ship. Now, it does only work against hostiles. So that's the downside because you can't use it against the Armadas, but that's absolutely fine. And literally, if it procs after 2 rounds, you're pretty much hitting 90 to 100% crit chance. So you're just basically going to be smacking target after target with critical hits. Yeah, debating on Picard since need 25 shards, but definitely taking Hugh to tier 2. Yeah, if you could take Hugh to tier 2, crack on. Even I would turn around and say that. Yeah, Hugh's great for heavy hitter. I've heard about that one as well. 40 plus argument to say to grind from Borg solos. Yeah, you could make that argument, Lou, about grinding from the Borg solo Armadas. Because, and now we can come out of this little bit for now. But we will go back in. Obviously, if we go into the Borg tech in the refinery, and we click on the Epic Exchange, because this is the only place he's located, and scroll right down, you get a 1, 3, and a 5 for Hugh. But they're all RNG. So you might not even get Hugh. You might not even get them. Oh, yeah, I'm fully expecting him to make me happy. Because he'll be going after those heavy traders in Seoul on the Enterprise. I'm hoping he will actually be more beneficial on the Enterprise, because then I don't have to use the Valdor and the Kelvin. I can just use the Enterprise. At the minute, at my Tier 8 Enterprise, using the crews I use, will hit 3, 4 if I'm very lucky on the traders. Oh, you didn't? No. Actually, I will say that. No, you did say that, Lou. It's not a good argument, and to be honest with you, to me, it's not even a debate. In honesty, I mean, if we want to debate it, we can have that debate. I'm open for a debate all day long. But well, actually, up until what was it? Oh, bloody hell, we're nearly at midnight already. But yeah. RNG, yeah, do you really want to risk it? Do you want to take forever a day to get him? That's down to you. Me? No, I'll go get him from the event store, because I know for a fact, from everything what everyone is saying, all the content creators, all the testing the Talking Trek team have done, Hugh's your man. And obviously, from what as a lot of you are saying as well in chat, absolutely. Rare and epic chests only at 40 plus. Yeah, you will only see the rare and epics once you get 40 plus, but to get Hugh is in the epics only. So sadly, in the let's have a look. Just quickly show you the officers in the rare. You got your mining officers, and that's it. So obviously, I'm not doing Borg Solo Armadas at current because I'm trying to get my Talios up to T5. Once it's a T5, I'll be banging out Borg Solo Armadas left, right, and centre. Nice one. Say 3 chests. That's what, 140,000. Ooh, yeah. You definitely be able to do that one. I mean, I've actually noticed I can actually hit a lot higher with my. I actually did a round of Borg Solo Armadas about I think it was beginning of last week, and I realised I was actually hitting higher than what I was previously. So I'm able to pull more loot. So I'm happy with that now. I can actually hit higher. But again, because of the amount of charged nanoprobes we actually get, unfortunately, you've got to decide on where you want to focus it. Because at the minute, I'm not pulling the directives. I'm not even pulling credits. Because I want to get my Talios up to tier 5. And as for this pile of garbage, yeah, I've got enough to run 3 expansion cubes. But yeah, I've ran a couple of expansion cubes. I've got 25k. I've not even hit the first. I've not even pulled a single chest out of this. Because I mean, the charged nanoprobes are essential out of here, and also that. I would love that. But the downside to that, which is different from the, I'll actually look at this a minute. Yeah. Downside to the Talios being locked at the minute. Yeah. Okay, so the exocoms here for the normal Vidar are under RNG, but the problem is you've got more options. Here you've got a 1 and a 2 option. In the rare you've got a 1, 2 and 3. And in the epic you've got a 1, 2 and 3. But yet in the expansion cube for the Talios' loot boost, it's a 3 chest RNG and there's only 1 tab. So there's going to be a damn good chance you're not going to get it when you do this. Now, obviously, if anyone has pulled these chests and you've been able to get that loot, I hope you ragged the hell out of that exocom and making sure every single inert counts, because I would. But yeah, I mean, once I go T5, that might actually change. Might do. I might get more. I got 14 Vidar Exos, but I never use the Vidar again. No, a lot of players probably won't, but I will. Because I like to stack them in the exocoms, and then I'll go do a good... It's a 70% chance to pull the exo. Oh, is that 70%? Nice. That's actually not a bad percentage, actually. So, yeah, about 1 in 3 to 1 in 4. So that's not too bad. Sorry, 2 in 3 or 3 in 4. But yeah, so that's not too bad. It can take a while. I mean, I'm hitting the level... I'm hitting level 40 Borg probes at the minute. And I can't say that I'm hitting too many. And I'm using Strange New Worlds full synergy crew. I'm not using 5 of 11. Because I end up walking away with less. Because I'm taking more damage. That's from a ton of maths... Ah, right. So, but no, I'll still take that 70% loot. Absolutely would. So, I got 3 VT Exos from 1. Nice. And 220 nanoprobes. Nice. Just shame I've never got there yet. But then again, I don't know if my Talios could ever do a solo run against even the 38s. So, probably worth a quick run at some point. But yeah. So, at the event store, Hugh is definitely going to be the one that you're going to want to go for. So, yeah. Now, the Apex store, event store. Let's have a laugh, shall we? I need 10,000 more to open one more. Ooh. You'll get that. If you keep running them, you'll get that. Now, this cooldown why? Ah, right. Yeah. Well, I can't say I don't even think my alliance has actually ran any expansion cubes since they was actually released into the game. You coordinate it all. Oh dear, that's not good. Oh, okay. Let me know on that one, Hugo, because that'll be interesting to know. But yeah, so we have this 7-day cooldown. The maximum number of research medals that you can actually pull per week. These rogue trophies, spend 60. That's it. That's as much as you can spend, but yet you get about 75 a week. Now, I can understand why they've done it to a way, so that you get some of these, and then you can go for something like the materials and resources, or what else is under them. I think that's pretty much it, innit? Yeah. Oh no, you've got these as well, or you could go for one of these, but it's just annoying. The fact you want to build up your medals and you're limited on how much you're allowed to pull per week. Now, it's still an improvement than doing one of these per month. But still, why limit us? Why not just give up? Let us pull as often as we want, as often as we need. If we've got those rogue trophies, let us just pull it. I really don't get it. And then obviously you've got like, yeah. I mean, they're not too bad in the form of resources and materials, but again, they're still not the bent. Also, the contraband loot. What's that for? The contraband loot is for these. The assimilated skin. Now there is the red skin as well. I can't see that because I already have it. So, but yeah. So you got your assimilated skin, your salvage skins, your hijack ships. If you really want to buy them from here as well. Just because that's what we really wanted to buy. Yeah. You do have to decide, which I think is a bit of a shit deal. So I mean these are absolutely necessary. Now, are these more valuable than than any of those skins? Yes, these are far more valuable. Now, yes, I didn't pull any of these on the first run of the new Apex event. I actually went straight in for the contraband. So, hence the reason why I have 4,000 loot already. So, I could keep doing that for a while and not worry about my officers so much. But then I could start coming back at the badges with some... Exactly, so if you have the skins that's left, it's hijack blueprints. Yeah, just don't worry about the hijack blueprints. You got 63 of those mini combinations. Ouch, that's not good. That's not good. But then again, even I've noticed I don't seem to be pulling them that often. Yeah, the hijack ships are just an absolute waste of space and resources, materials. So yeah, but yeah, so it's like I'll probably be pulling the contraband for the next 6 months, edging my bets on the RNG that I'm actually going to do decent chest pulls. So. I mean, I've got 4,000 already. I need 180,000. So I only need 176,000 more. Will I actually get the 176,000? Yeah, maybe. Might get it in 6 months. But we'll have to wait and see. So, but anyway, right. So, I'm going to... What time is it now? It is 12:05 here in the UK. So, I should really get some sleep because obviously I've got to get up early to get the kids sorted for school. So, thank you everyone for coming to join the stream. I hope we've all had an interesting day on this one. So, what I'm going to ask obviously is the usual like, subscribe, as well, and comments. 1 AM. Yeah, Hugo, you really do need to get some sleep, mate. Yeah, the badges are on RNG as well, so you could always end up with the engineering badges when you actually need the command badges. But yeah, so obviously, like, subscribe. If you do want to consider donating to the channel as well, obviously I do have the PayPal link in the channel's description along with the Cash App as well. So until then, I was trying to sort that Stellar video out, but the next video most likely will be the grading of the Ark. Ooh, what are we going to grade it? Yeah, not very high. I'll be surprised if we get above a C. But anyway, this has been the Pegasus Show. I've been your host, Admiral Pegasus. Thank you for joining me tonight. Take care, stay safe, live long and prosper, and enjoy the rest of the Ark. Oh.